And welcome back to the Taylor Simpson Show. It is championship week for college football this week, and let's start off with the first game. It's the American Championship game between number 22 Temple versus number 19 Houston. Houston is coming off a win last week against Navy, 52-31, and they are 11-1 on the season. And Houston's quarterback, Greg Ward Jr., is finally healthy for this week, and he has thrown for 16 touchdowns and rushed for 17. But don't count out the Temple Owls. They're coming off a 10-2 season, and they have a great team over there. And Houston has to watch out for the quarterback, P.J. Walker, and the running back, Jahad Thomas, who is also a rush for 17 touchdowns himself. But I think Houston's offense is too good, and Houston wins the game. On to the SEC Championship game. Number 18, Florida versus number 2, Alabama. Florida basically has no offense. They were terrible last week as they only scored 2 points against Florida State. In order for Florida to win the game, they're going to have to find some offense, whether it's Kelvin Taylor or anybody. Somebody's going to have to go in there and make a play. But no one seems to be able to stop Alabama's Derrick Henry, the Heisman candidate, as he rushed for 271 yards last week against their rival Auburn. But Alabama is way too much for Florida this week, and the tie will be rolling into the college football playoff. On to the Pac-12 championship game. It's number 20 USC versus number 7 Stanford. USC has looked good after starting the season 3-3 and firing their coach. But Stanford is also coming off a thrilling game as they used 30 seconds to get down the field and beat Notre Dame with a last-second field goal. Stanford is playing really well, and they'll play great in this game, and Kevin Hogan will be too much for the Trojans, and Stanford will win. And on to the Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis. We got number 5 Michigan State versus number 4 Iowa. This is basically a playoff game to see who gets in. And Michigan State is coming off a win at Ohio State in a 55-16 win over Penn State. And Iowa is basically a rugged football team. They just put their hand in the dirt and are ready to play some football. But this will be a great football game, but also quarterback experience with Connor Cook for Michigan State will be too much for them. And Michigan State will win the game, and they'll make it in the playoff. In the last championship game, the ACC championship game, number 10 North Carolina versus number 1 Clemson. North Carolina has won 11 in a row after losing to South Carolina. North Carolina has a very powerful offense with quarterback Marquise Williams and running back Elijah Hood. But Clemson has also had a great offense with Wayne Gallman and Deshaun Watson, and they also have a great defense, but they gave up 32 points to South Carolina last week. I think it's going to be a shootout down in Charlotte, but Clemson will win the game and remain number 1. And the Winthrop Eagles have a home basketball game today against Presbyterian. The Eagles are coming off a 1-point win against Charleston Southern, and the Eagles are 5-1 and looking to move to 6-1. So come out to the game today at 4 and go Eagles.